Alright, so as you saw from that video, the FJ is winking at us. One of the front headlights broke. So I just bought those not even a year ago. They're like your standard, halogen bulbs. So, and they only lasted me about a year. Now, if I would have bought the less bright ones, I'm sure they would have lasted me a little bit longer, but they look kind of lame because they're not that bright. And then I have the LED bar. When I turn that on and the headlights, it just looks bad. So decided that if I'm going to spend $20-ish on headlight bulbs, again, only to replace them in a year, I'm going to get cheap LEDs. Now, these were about $15 on Amazon. I'll post a link in the video description below. And we're going to try these out and see how they work. So this video, we're going to install them, see what it looks like with them on, and I'll kind of keep you guys up to date on how they are working out. So the goal is we don't spend much more than with regular halogen bulbs and we end up with LEDs. Now there are going to be some differences because these guys, and I'll show you once we get in the truck too, the typical halogen bulb has a plug to plug into the truck right back here. This one has a fan here because it's an LED, and it has a longer extension, and you plug this into your factory harness. So it is going to be a little bit different. I have a boot on the back of my halogen bulbs where the plug goes in to keep water from going in. And as long as this clears that boot, this will stay in there. And I know it's going to be prone to getting wet. And I'm okay with that. And then I'll hook this end up to my wiring harness, tape it, make sure it's out of the way, zip tied if needed. And then that's it. So it should be a pretty simple install. I just want to see how these guys compare to your standard bulbs. Those other ones, I was kind of disappointed that they went out only not even a year after. And I do night driving, especially in the wintertime because it gets dark early, and when we go on road trips and stuff. But the FJ doesn't. It's not like it's driving all the time at night, but it still kind of struggles with those light bulbs. And the ones before, they weren't that bright, but they lasted me about 3 years. So I know that if I get the less bright ones, they're going to last longer, but at the same time, I want to see how these shape up to those. Alright, let's get started. Alright, so on the FJ, the headlight bulb is right here, so it's very easy to get to. So in order to pull it out, you just simply unplug it, and that's it right there. It's unplugged. And then you can do one of two things. You can pull this boot out, I believe, like so. Okay, the boot's out. Let me tripod this up. Boot's out there. And then you just turn. There's a locking mechanism and then the light bulb. So here's the bulb. This is the factory bulb. This is, I think this is the one that's fine, that's not burned out. But let's see. Then our aftermarket LEDs are going to be here. Now before I go and install these and kind of get frustrated with them, let's see if they work. I just got these from Amazon this morning, so I don't see why they wouldn't work. But that being said, sometimes those kind of things happen. So let's see if these work. Let me go in the truck and I'll turn them on. Alright, so as you saw there, this one works. Let me plug in the other one and make sure. Alright, so it looks like it works. Let me put my spare one over here. And let's get started on it. So it's an H4 bulb on the FJ, so these prongs are exactly the same, so that's a good sign. Then we slide this guy in, and we bring in the clamp that holds it down. Okay, so we have that. Light bulb is in place firmly. So that's good. Let's see. You know what? I'm actually going to run this boot back in here. I'm going to unplug it. Now on the factory one, the outlet would just be right there and the factory harness would plug in. With this one, you have this extension because it's an LED. It has a current. Okay, so we're gonna slide this guy in through that hole. So it still kind of has some kind of water seepage sort of protection. Now slide this on. That's it. Let's see. We plug this guy in. I'm gonna put some tape on this to make sure it doesn't get wet. And let's see what the front of this looks like after. Alright, so here we go. Now you can really see the difference with the LEDs. These LEDs are really bright white. These are kind of, this is the old bulb. It's a little bit on the yellow side. And in order to kind of compare it to the LED bar, let's turn that on as well. Much better. So now you can see the LED bar is still brighter because it has a whole bunch of LEDs, but this kind of matches the tone of the LED bar. And this yellow one looks a little bit sad over there, so yellow. So we're going to do the same thing we did on this side and wire it up over there, and then I'll show you what it looks like after that. Alright, so we got both of these installed. Let's see what they look like. Alright, not bad. Look to be good. They look nice and bright. Let's see. Alright, so there we go. We got LEDs, got the LED bar. It all looks pretty nice. I'm really happy with the way this all turned out. It was a pretty easy install. All I gotta do now is put some electrical tape around those connections. I'm just gonna leave them tucked. I don't think I need to zip tie them or hold them in place. This side, pretty much the same setup. Yeah, just gotta tape it up and then we're good. The little fans on the back of the light seem to be working good. So I'm gonna say I like saving my old light bulbs in case one of these breaks, which, let's be honest, it's likely. I just spent. Alright, so this is what these look like out. I mean, obviously it's still daytime outside, but overall I really like the look of the LEDs on here. I think this is kind of something that it kind of needed. The LED bar really makes them look not as bright, but they are pretty bright. So yeah, and I mean some shots of the FJ. I don't see myself really doing too many more mods to the FJ. I think that set up as it is, I really like it. The rack, for those of you that are looking at it and wondering what that is, I have a video to that on my channel, and I'll post in the links below so you can check it out. It's in the FJ playlist. So I mean, yeah, I mean, as far as mods, one thing I do think that I should have probably done is bought a 5th tire to match my 285s. The thing is, the factory spare, it was brand new, and it's still brand new, and it's back there. It's a 265/70 R17, and when I switched to 285/70s R17s on the truck, I bought 5 wheels so I could have a spare wheel, but that tire was in really good shape, and I figured, why waste on another tire? But I mean, I really, every time I look at it, I'm like, I should have just spent more money on it. But yeah, I mean, getting this thing ready for winter, kind of, not that it needs much. One thing, clutch might be coming soon. We'll see. I mean, I've been saying the clutch is going to go on this thing for like 2 years, and a lot of people complain about the chirping on the throwout bearings with the manual transmission FJs. And to be honest, like, yes, it's chirping, it's annoying, but it's been chirping for me for 3 years. Now it's starting to show some signs of wear, but until recently, like, I could even barely tell there was a problem if I wasn't for the chirping. So I mean, it's got 120,000 miles. It looks like it's a factory clutch on there. If I can get 120,000 miles out of any clutch, I'm fine with it. Even at 90,000 when it started making the chirping, not even 90, it was like 100,000 when it started making the chirping. I was like, okay, if the clutch is 100,000 miles old and it's making some chirping, it's something I can live with. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. I hope it was insightful for you, and I'll keep you guys updated on how these LED bulbs are working out and how long they last. To be honest, I don't have super high hopes for them, but that being said, the last pair of halogen bulbs I had only lasted a year, so I think they're going to last longer than a year. So we'll see how long they last, and I'll keep you guys updated. Thanks for watching. If you like what we're doing, please subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we're going to get some new videos up. We have a lot of videos in the working right now. Now that my hand's better, I've been working on a lot of projects that I have been delaying over the summer. So have a good weekend. Alright, so have fun this weekend. Get out there, work on your car or bicycle, whatever you have, and see you next time. Alright, bye.